What's good, lads and lassies, ladies and gentlemen? The little light in my cage that indicates it's time for the O show has gone off. So that means it's time to do the stream. I'm pretty hyped to be starting things off in the AM this time. I want to do a pretty long, solid DayZ session. Thought I was gonna say something else. Because it's been a little while since I've played standalone, and I kind of want to see where it's headed. As always, I'm totally down to do some squad play with viewers. You can run !game Vox in the chat and get a link to our VoIP server. And there's a couple others too. You can run !DayZ and get a link to standalone on Steam, as well as the best DayZ map in the universe. But I truly hope you're having a lovely Tuesday. I've had a pretty chill day so far. I've mostly just flopped around. I was kind of woke up by a jet at like 6 in the morning, so I'm pretty tired actually because I went to bed at 2 in the morning. I've got some coffee that I'm applying to my brain. But yeah, that's about that. As per the title, any new followers that join the Infinite Couch today will have a blood sacrifice performed in their name. So if you need some ritual power, we can hook it up today on the O Show. Alright, let me launch DayZ here. I think everything should still be good to go. I'm ashamed to admit I actually didn't have standalone installed. I only had DayZ mods installed. Dean is gonna come haunt my computer. And if you guys listening right now could do me a favor and let me know if the mic is doing the fuzzy thing that I need to fix, or if we're good to go. I'd appreciate it. Tell you what, I'll read this aloud to test the microphone because I think this is a good thing to remind everybody when they're playing this. Thank you for participating. In the DayZ Early Access. This game is an alpha and will be so for some time. This means you will experience bugs, unfinished features, problematic design decision, and many more things that disrupt your game experience. We will be working with the community to fix these. To help us, please visit DayZgame.com for development information. Above all, please remember that this game is not finished and is a work in progress. I feel like that is a beautiful thing to remember when you're playing and watching DayZ. Let me take a look and see about the server situation. Those of you that are here early have an advantage. You can tell me if you'd rather see hardcore DayZ or softcore DayZ. That just means first person only versus first or third person. What would you guys chilling on the infinite couch like to see today? I'll use this as an opportunity to sip a little coffee. Yo, it's Herman. Herman is always chilling. Herman is the best viewer in North America. No input. No one cares. No one has an opinion on whether or not they want to see my character's butt. Uh-oh. Alright. Hardcore it is. Get my shit situated here. Zeus says, I did not know butts were involved. Well, don't you know that's why people play female characters in video games? To admire their butt while they run around. Alright, my usual hardcore servers seem to be kind of ghost towns, but the executive bean decision is for hardcore. So let me branch out. Let's see if we can find any others that have a decent population. That doesn't look too bad. Okay. And it has kind of a cool name. Alright. This is actually fortuitous. I'm kind of branching out and finding some more hardcore servers. Hang on, I don't want to give away the server I'm joining, but Bean, come here and look at the name of this server. You'll like it. You'll appreciate it. Oh man. Alright. Just a moment here. Almost there with the server selection. I am absolutely down for squad play with viewers, but I'd prefer you just add me on Steam. And then join off me. That way, if you are a dick, I can come to your house and kill you. I'm gonna give it one more shot, and then I'm gonna go with a less than desirable choice here. Just one moment, please. Okay, okay. Let's give that one a shot. Why not? Perfect. Oh, it's all good, Lil Bean. They're not really dead. They're just, not exactly hopping. So it's been quite a while since I've played DayZ standalone. So I wanted to take this as an opportunity to see kind of how it's going, what bugs have been fixed, what new ones have been introduced, so on and so forth. So I will be kind of taking my time, checking things out, testing things. This is stable, it's not experimental. So I'm not going to be doing the usual tactical squad play type of thing. It'll be a little more fuck aroundery. But like the title indicates, you do oblige me by following the channel. I'll be happy to do a blood sacrifice in your name. So if you've got like a test coming up, job interview, follow the channel. Let me do a blood sacrifice for you and give you the power you need to succeed. It's pretty fortuitous. Looking very smart, Dean. Looking very smart. Alright, this is a very Lutronic server. Seems. Damage wellies, I'll take them. Actually, I don't know how much the quality matters. I think quality does matter quite a bit, so fuck them. What's good if you are just getting comfortable on the Infinite Couch, man? It is the OSHA. We're going to be chilling and playing a fuck ton of DayZ standalone today. I want to dick around with the new version here. I realize I haven't touched DayZ in quite a while. So I just want to see what's up. Check out the quality on this cap here. Damaged as well, fuck it. Right now, per girlfriend executive request, because she's off work today and chilling, watching the stream, I'm playing some hardcore to start things off. Which simply means first person only. Gonna have to go with the Bob the Builder look here, because that hat's actually in better condition. Is it possible to wring out my pants? It is. Hope you're having a very relaxed Tuesday so far. Mine's been pretty good, except for the jet waking me up. I'm just kind of tired. But that's why the blood god granted us the holy sacrament of coffee. For those of you who didn't quite make it to the end of the O show last night, we did finish up Bastion, which was a great time. But that does mean I will be starting another single player playthrough here. And I already know what it is. Because in truth, Bean just decides, but you guys won't know until a little later on. The burlap sack is nice because if I can find someone willing to let me fuck around with it, or, you know, unwilling, you can actually put the burlap sack on your victim's head and they can't see. You can also, like, turn it into a backpack if you're a viewer and you choose to come hang out. I'll hook it up, but I'm kind of enjoying the direction that DayZ Standalone is going, in that you want action, tactical, shooty, you're better off with Arma 3 mods or Arma 2 mods. Let's be real. If you want, honestly, a more and more immersive survival experience with food, wounds, hot and cold, PvP, and rare military equipment, go with Standalone. At this point, I feel like it's almost like comparing apples to oranges to try and compare DayZ Mod and DayZ Standalone. My white tee, I'm gonna put it on to see if it helps with the cold a bit. I already have some rags to use for bandages, so. But if it doesn't seem to help with the cold, I'll tear it up into rags. Chilling in my white tee. Arrows, why not? I've got the room. Sardines, best food in DayZ. Sardines. Is it a drink? Or is it food? To Dean Hall. It's both. You guys chilling on the infinite couch, would you mind letting me know how we're doing as far as the broadcast looks and sounds today? Boy, mate, a Pepsi. IRL. Pepsi is one of my favorite things in life. So good. Ah, stun baton. That uses the battery. Quite nice. And a bell pepper. Lovely. Oh man. The fashion in Standalone is one of the most lovely things about it. Some of the outfits you can come up with are truly ridiculous. Uncle Silas. Alright, grab that, you know. Do some reading. War and Peace by Tolstoy. Save that in the apocalypse. Get a helmet. A pristine skate helmet. Cha-ching. Oh, man. At this stage, I look like someone's father undergoing a midlife crisis who's happened upon the apocalypse. It's a rough look. Medical thermometer. Uh-oh. Gonna be applying this to some booties. Alright, let's play around with some of these toys for a moment. Getting on the bed, mother. You can't stop me. Alright. First off, take a moment here to eat. Stream looks and sounds awesome. Okay, excellent. Just checking. Want to make sure. The main thing is if my microphone does that fuzz shit, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about by now. Just let me know. I know how to fix it. I just have no way to tell if it's doing it. Zeus says, morning OSHAs me my bandwidth isn't throttled to hell and back for the first hour. Glad I can hook it up, man. I've been trying to do some earlier ones. I don't believe that'll... Ah, it'll actually open those now. That's actually amazing. Alright, let's enjoy some sardines here. Go ahead and put the battery in the stun baton. I collect books in every game I play. You're just gonna have to deal with that, to be honest. Alright, lovely. My character's not energized. Energized, so I think I need to eat another can of food. I don't want to waste the sardines though, perhaps the beans here. Hello everyone, just getting comfortable on the infinite couch. It is the OSHA, the reports are true. Today I will be doing blood sacrifices for new followers on the infinite couch. So if you have like a test or some kind of exam, job interview, you need some ritual power, I'm happy to do the blood sacrifice for you. So what does this do? You can use the medical thermometer. Alright, sticks it into an unknown location. This urethra, it appears. And it says, my body is 35.8 degrees Celsius. Now, fortunately, my girlfriend is a nurse, so she can let us know if that's okay or not. Is 35.8 degrees Celsius an acceptable temperature? I've got the stun baton. Never used it. I think it's a taser, basically. I think it one-shots zombies, though. I'll have to try it out if we find one. I think you can use the medical thermometer on other players, too. So if someone needs me to take their temperature, I can do that for you. Yo, my character's still not energized. What the fuck? What a fatty. He's gonna chill for now. I just need to find some higher quality food. Uh-oh, my character's too cold. How does, what does that translate into Fahrenheit? I'm trying to find some clothes. It's the apocalypse, baby. Uh-oh. So it looks like there is still a bit of teleportitis in good old standalone. But to be real, that's been an Arma problem forever, so I can't really begrudge them that too much. It is pretty egregious though. Ah, the brass knuckles. Those are fun. Can punch the shit out of some zombies. Haha! Safe. Got some wool coat going on now. The rocket aviators look better, but they're damaged. What is this? A lockpick? Give me that. Holy shit. I have no idea how the lockpick even works. And another white tee. Tear that thing into rags. Combine. Alright, so let's do some quick work here. That's gonna go there. 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 Alright. So yeah, that just looks like something you take into your hands and use. I suppose with the lockpick you'd have to use to unlock the new vehicle that's in the game. Perhaps, if someone locked it. But in truth, I have no idea. I tell you what, Bean. Let's see how my character's doing medically, okay? I'm gonna take my temperature again. I got a wool coat, so check with the resident DayZ nurse here. Alright, still too cold. We're shooting for 37, theoretically. So maybe I can get a hatchet and start a fire. This is kind of what I mean, like I was talking about earlier though, how standalone is definitely becoming a more immersive survival experience instead of a action game. I love that as well, but I can see that it's a lot better done in Arma 3 and Arma 2 mods. Standalone for me is all about the immersion. Alright, so how's my pipe wrench? Worn versus damage. I'm gonna keep the worn pipe wrench. I suppose the fire extinguisher does better damage, but I'm a rebel. I think like the quality of the item affects its damage, and maybe the better condition pipe wrench is gonna do more damage. At least that's what I tell myself at night. Okay, these are the same condition, or the same inventory space as my jeans, and they're same condition. So maybe we'll do some fashion real quick here. How do these look? I like it. I like it. It's like absurdly hideous now. I like it. We're gonna keep it. Nice. Maybe they're warmer than my jeans. I can't like look at my character and laugh. Another battery. Alright, backup battery for the old stun baton. I'm feeling it. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. That's even the engraved 1911. That's lovely. These homes rarely spawn weaponry, but when they do, feels a little bit like Christmas. I've got buck rounds, but no pistol rounds yet. Are you guys hanging out on the infinite couch having a pretty good Tuesday so far? And my game plan is to zone out on some standalone all day. If you are down to do some squad play, down to play with some viewers, probably the easiest is to just type !Steam into the chat, and you'll get a link to my Steam. Add me there and join off me. That way, if you're an asshole, I can come to your house. You can also type DayZ with the ! into the chat. Get a link to the game, the standalone that is, as well as the best map for DayZ standalone. I am doing blood sacrifices in the name of new followers today, so if you've got an important date coming up and you need some, blood sacrifice in your name, we're happy to take care of that for you here at the O Show today. So this is a new item. It's a dry bag. I reckon it's waterproof. Hence the name. Looks kind of cool. And it's 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 28 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It says 25, so it's a larger capacity. This has a bit of a fucky layout. I've got a fucking supermarket in my backpack now. Let's put the brass knuckles in me pocket, mate. And I'll put the extra stun baton in my pocket as well. Hello. Did I just accidentally dupe that? Nah, it's a false. It's not really there. Alright. Cool. Switch it. Bam! You just thought it couldn't get more hideous. Then we found the dry bag. This guy is like a fucking running target, man. It's out of control. Cuttlefish says, it looks like shit outside. You know, I'm actually envious. I wish it looked like shit outside here. Instead, here in San Diego, it kind of feels like shit, but it looks amazing. So it's like an insult, even. I would love some rain, cold, fucking... Yo, check out that lighting. How hideous, right? And I even have my settings optimized for multiplayer. Got some new door closing audio. I'm enjoying the sound design direction in the game. Alright, let's take a moment here and maybe snack up. Quick snack attack here. I can sip some coffee. Lewis says it's frosty in England today. Jealous, man, jealous. One of my best friends is named Lewis, and he's English, but he's in Scotland, who I suppose have worse weather. I don't know. But I do have a theory that every Englishman is named Lewis. Oh shit. Speak of the devil. Thanks for following, man. I do appreciate that. That gets us a little bit closer to unlocking Chivo number 2, but more importantly, the first person I murder will be in the name of Lewis. May he be forever powerful and praised. It'll be easy to remember because of my friend Lewis. Thank you for following and having an easy to remember name. Alright, cool. Food related. I'm not energized though. I'd like to be. Maybe I need to eat. Let's smash the fruit real quick and see what that does for us and the Pepsi. I will, if I can, you know, attempt to kill an animal or something like that too, if I encounter it. The first thing I can murder, it's for you. Or does it need to be a player? We'll have to see. It'll depend on the moment, to be honest with you. We'll have to see. But something will die in your name, sir. I guarantee it. Lewis says every Englishman is named Bob. Well, you would say that because your name is Lewis. Let me think of English names I know. There's actually only... I know John, Chris, Lewis. That's it. That's everyone. And I know a lot of English people. And they're all named John, Chris, or Lewis. Alright, so this house has a mystical property which prevents vampires from entering, as you can see. Being a vampire, I'm unable to enter this house. I can seemingly vault into the closet a bit, but I cannot enter the home. Okay. Let me eat these beans in this hut real quick. Might as well. They've added, as you can see, the ability to open food with a lot more items. But you have a big chance of losing a lot of food that way too. The Zeus says, Zavo ate too much and cannot fit through the door. You've probably got it. Maybe this server is like farting. I don't know. But I am energized now, so that's good. You want to try to be energized, hydrated, and if possible, healthy. That gives you the most hit points. Blood regeneration. And an overall feeling of wellness. I'll take 2 burlap sacks. Why not? And the crowd favorite, welder's mask. If it's pristine, it's me. Ooh. Oh yeah. That is the best looking DayZ character I have ever seen. Go ahead and take your photos, your screenshots. This is the finest looking DayZ character in the history of the game. Lewis says yuck to the mac and cheese with hot dogs. You'll have to forgive us. I'm American, so is she, and I'm from the South. So we eat some pretty fucked up stuff. I actually think you might be right about this too fat to fit inside of doors thing, the Zeus. Might be onto something. Or maybe this house is just cursed in every direction. I don't know. I was hoping maybe the back door would be immune to vampires. Or, I mean, not immune to vampires. But it does appear to be sealed against vampires. That's why I have the welding mask, because I'm a vampire. That's my RP. That's why I'm dressed so fucked up. I don't know. You know, I like woke up in my crypt and it was the apocalypse and I was like, okay. Tried to feed on a zombie, it like didn't really work out. So, here we are. Some fertilizer. Why not? I got the room. Damn, that takes up a lot of room though. What do you even do with it? You have to put it in your hand, so I'll put it on my bar. What the fuck? I think you have to put that in your hands to use it too, so I'll put it there. Why not? That's what the bar is for. Alright, I have fertilizer. I've never used it. I have no idea. I'll have to play around with it. And we got... These gloves are shittier probably. Damage versus... Oh, it's the same level. I'll take brown. What looks worse? That actually almost matches a little. Let's go with the brown ones. Damage shovel versus Warren pipe wrench. I think the Warren will have higher DPS than the damage shovel. Alright, mate. Well, let's piss about with this fertilizer for a moment, shall we? Let's see if it does anything for us. There's some more right here. Nice. Seems quite common. Alright, so let's say I'm trying to grow a little crop here. Is that like a crop? It looks a bit different. Maybe that's just foliage and I'm on drugs. There, we got that out. Do we have any... We can, I don't know. So it looks like it's... You have to use it on something. Like a crop. I have no idea how the farming works or anything like that. I think you have to mouse wheel it onto like maybe a tree or some shit. No fucking idea. I'll hang on to it though. The goal of my DayZ sesh today is primarily to kind of catch up on what's going on. see how things are, see what bugs have been corrected, and right now, more importantly, to sacrifice some kind of living thing to Lewis for following the channel. I would appreciate if one of you guys, if we do get, you know, some more followers, keep a backlog so I don't miss anybody. I'd like to get all the blood sacrifices in today if we could. But either way, I do hope you're having a truly lovely Tuesday. Mine is great, except for the small fact I got woken up by a jet at like 6:30 or 6 in the morning. Aside from that, we're good. Just gonna sound a little, we'll say, more chill than usual. Alright, so I believe these are harvestable for apples. Can I use the fertilizer on them? No. So I've got actually no clue how the fertilizer works. I wonder if someone chilling on the infinite couch would be so kind as to maybe look up how the fertilizer works. That would be cool. In the meantime, let's check out the drop rate on apples. I remember it being pretty low. Shinigami says, if I remember correctly, they added seeds to plant. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Lewis asked, do you live near an airport? I do live right next to the San Diego International Airport. And they kind of direct all the flights over our neighborhood, so it's all good, man, but sometimes it's tough to tune out. So it looks like the drop rate for apples is a little bit higher. We'll enjoy the spoils of war here. How's it going, Moose? Good morning, man. I have actually no idea what time it is. I isolate myself when I stream. I don't have a clock. I don't know how many viewers there are. I don't have shit. I just chill and talk to the chat and play the game. So I have no idea what time it is, but if it is indeed still morning, good morning. If you're just getting comfortable on the infinite couch, hanging out, putting in some solid DayZ standalone time because it's been a while and I want to get a feel for how things have progressed. We'll be doing blood sacrifices for followers. So anything important coming up and you need some ritual power, can hook you up with that. Our first will be for Lewis. I hate the attack animation on the pitchfork. If it was better, I would love chasing people around with the pitchfork. Chem lights are one of my favorite things in the game, though. So check this out. You used to be able to break them on the ground. But now, if I remember correctly, how it works is I'll break the chem light. And it takes it automatically into your hands and you crack it and then hold it. You feel me? So now I emanate a blue glow as long as I hold this in my hand. Now if I pick up my pipe wrench, it puts it automatically into an inventory slot. But then if I take it back into my hands, it doesn't give me the option. I just get inspect. You feel me? You can drag it there. But then it's unbroken. So it is a little exploitable in that you can carry it, then put something else in your hand and stick it back into your bag, and then break it again. But I'm not sure if that actually is a cumulative timer overall, the whole chem light, or if it's actually you're getting a brand new one every time. I have no clue. However, I do know that you can use this button to turn things into spooky huts. You know what I mean? Like, go over to this house. You're like, house is looking awful scary now. But yeah, chem lights are kind of fun to mess around with. I'll take this one with me. I've got plenty of room, amazingly enough. Shinoris's next top model, exactly. We're going for maximum scum. Lewis, I'm sorry the stream is lagging for you. It is broadcast at 720p, 60 frames a second, and don't have transcoding options. So what that means is your computer has to be able to handle the whole thickness of the show the whole time. Rest assured, as soon as I can, you'll be able to click that little quality button. Choose whatever you'd like. But for now, I do apologize. You can type !fix Twitch. Get a couple recommendations on things that might be able to help you out, though. Pristine? Thank you. Even though you can't see the rocket aviators, I feel like people will know they're under there and be appropriately afraid. Alright, this one is also vampire proof. So it appears that you cannot enter this house in the current build. Have at the house. No. Kind of looks at you with mocking, you know, like, what's inside? What secrets are you keeping from me, house? You know what, I might not be able to enter the house, but I tell you what, fucking house, I tell you what, you know what can go inside of you? This can. Actually, it doesn't appear that it can either. But now you look like a fucking cheesy Halloween haunted house. Stupid antenna. Fuck out of my life, house. I want to look at you. We are currently playing hardcore per Bean executive request, but I will be swapping around between hardcore and softcore. Love to play with any of my viewers who do have standalone. You type !Steam and get a link to my Steam profile. Go ahead and add me on there, and then you can join off me. That way, if you're an asshole, you know, we know where you live. That defib. So with the thermometer and the defibrillator, I'm basically like the medic. The defibrillator doesn't have a battery right now, though. Rather keep the battery in the stun baton for now. Thanks for running those commands, Mooserino. It's doubtful I'll be playing anything other than standalone today. I've been trying to do... I kind of got the format of the Osho dialed in, and one of the things is I like to play the whole game, or the whole stream, the whole game, same time. You know what I mean? I think that makes sense. I'm pretty tired. But, just to, you know, take enough time to really get into it, chill out. I was noticing that most streams tend to appeal to, like, the reptile part of your brain, you know? And I'm trying to appeal to, like, the mammal part, you know, the slow, reasoning, majestic animal that you could be. Instead of a, well, a reptilian slime lord. You feel me? Aw, Lewis. Well, rest assured, there will be a blood sacrifice in your name this day. I hope that if you are sleeping, you can feel it. You have a dream about it. We do have a zombie chasing a cow, which is one of my favorite things. And let's get a little David Attenborough on it, shall we? You can see here as the indigenous zombie chases after one of the few remaining food sources, a cow, and then turns on our unwitting cameraman, who appears to be an easier food source than a huge bovine. Little did this zombie know, our cameraman was actually in a bizarre cult and needed some form of sacrifice to be offered to the young Lewis. So he considered the zombie attack a fortuitous occasion and dispensed pipe wrench action to the face and extremities of the recently deceased. Now we see several of the undead have been drawn to the altercation and continue to chase the loose bovines. Alright, Lewis, if I get a player kill, it's for you as well, unless someone else follows. But, I'll try to murder these zombies in your name, you know? Just to make sure you get something. I don't want you to leave the Osho empty-handed. Rest Rest, my son. Ah, Bean says, check my temperature again. She is our resident DayZ nurse, so do a medical checkup. Thanks for following, Lewis. The sacrifice was my pleasure. Goose asked, did I finish Borderlands 2? I did not. What's good, everybody? Getting comfortable on the infinite couch, by the way. It is the O show. Gonna be hanging tight here, playing standalone all day, getting caught up. Been a bit. Completed Bastion last night. Was great fun. I've got, you can always check out the VOD. And I archive everything on YouTube as well. How are we doing on the temperature? Did you see what it was? I think it was 36.7 Celsius. I guess you take your temperature at your wrist. The apocalypse. Yeah, 36.7. I don't know why I doubted myself. I have like one of those weird memories where if I see like text, I can just see it forever in my mind. But sometimes I still check because I like don't want to be wrong. And then I check and I'm right, and I'm like, why do I doubt it? Like every time. So weird. Wish I had a weapon to shoot this at range. Can you sneak up on cattle? I've spent a lot of time chasing cattle in DayZ Standalone. Not bad, you'll live. Thank you, Nurse Bean. Lewis says, I'm in my infinite bed. Ooh, can we all join you in your infinite bed? That sounds better than the infinite couch. Maybe I should change. The post-apocalyptic hunter stalks his prey across a field, holding a pipe wrench and wearing a welding mask. In the post-apocalyptic future, those who try to use camouflage and tactics are thought weak and cowardly. Uh-oh. No! However, the bovine proves too crafty for the post-apocalyptic male. Alright. Sure, join me, says Lewis. I will have you know there is a small donation asked if you're touching yourself to the stream. At the O Show, we are viewer supported. I think it's only fair. Ooh, he got me. You made me bleed some of my own blood. Can you... Like the vengeance I'm gonna unleash on your face is truly absurd. Alright. Let me at least get into a semblance of cover with my bright yellow backpack that's larger than my body before I abandon. Lewis says, I've never seen an animal in my DayZ standalone. I am a bit of a nature boy, so I'm not surprised that they're attracted to me. even in video games. Tomorrow on the O Show, I think we're going to be playing a lot of Skyrim. Earlier on, somebody hanging out in the chat between streams was like, hey, any chance of Skyrim today? And I was like, not today, but it sounded really good, so... Tomorrow, mega Skyrim session. I can feel it. GPV says, Lewis meant you were the animal, you smexy beast. In truth, that's why I stopped using a face cam. Because I'm so physically attractive, I wanted any success I have as a streamer to be based on my merits as a person and not my good looks, you know? I feel like that's a pretty noble decision on my behalf. I don't believe the weapon cleaning kit has a use in game yet. But I reckon I'll ditch. Nah, it's like a 2 wide that it takes up. The odds of me finding something for fertilizer are pretty low, so let's get rid of that, and I'll take that just in case. You can try it out. We get a damaged weapon. The kitchen knife. Pretty choice though, because you can use it to gut things you've killed, including players, and that's going to be pretty essential with this whole blood sacrifice stuff we're going to be doing. That doesn't have a battery, but I'll put it there for now. It seems like fertilizer is pretty easy to come by too, so I'm not really tripping. You guys think I'm serious about the cam thing? I love it. I did get mistaken for a girl a couple times. Somehow. I reckon that Twitch users are so sexually repressed that anything with long hair, you know, enters the realm of fuckability. I have the you have to click to say you're 18 thing up, right? I can say fuckability. I have a background in broadcasting, so I'm actually not really used to being able to say the cusses and talk about fucked up shit. So it's pretty liberating, to be honest. If you're just joining us on the Infinite Couch, you've heard correctly. It is the O Show. Doing our thing. Checking out the progress of DayZ Standalone. Going to be playing DayZ all day. So if you'd like to join in, if you're part of my usual squad, you know what to do. If you're not, feel free to add me on Steam. can join off me from there, and then if you're a dick, we can hunt you down. As always, I very much appreciate those of you who choose to spend some time on the Infinite Couch. Try to provide a little more laid-back alternative to what is commonly available in the old Twitcheroony. But really, the chat is like 50% of the experience. You guys do a good job of keeping it interesting, but not like pathetic. You know what I mean? I want to carry a couple chem lights around with me in case someone wants to have a rave. I want to take a bit of a thorough look at this place because there can be ammo for my 1911, and I just looted a Mosin, like nonchalantly, but a fucking Mosin, like the rarity of a Mosin spawning here is pretty crazy. So I think that blood sacrifice to Lewis got us the Mosin. If we find some rounds for this Mosin, you guys know how much Daddy loves to snipe. Could have a good time here. Oh, dip food. Yeah, if only Bean could make some lunch for everybody, right? Wouldn't that be nice? Been live for almost an hour and a half. I might go ahead and take a food break. Hang on, I think I heard somebody. I'm gonna listen for a moment. Yeah, I feel a bit like a dick, but I'm quite hungry. It could be wise to take a proper food break. I'm gonna grab this screwdriver because it's a really good way to open canned goods. You don't waste very much of the food like I do with the pipe wrench. Metal wire. Is that a 2 wide? No, it's just one. I have no idea what this is for. Wow. They've added so many items to the game. I don't know what the metal wire is for. Can it be combined with any of these things? Nope. Alright. Cool. You know, I reckon I should have used some of those zombies to take advantage of testing out the brass knuckles and the stun baton. I'll try to remember to do that for you guys next time. Alright, I'm going to push it a bit more here. Then I believe we'll take a proper food break. I do apologize for that, but I'd rather do it earlier on. Get a nice full tummy. And then be able to put in some solid time. I hope you guys can understand. Welcome to Davo's Diner, one of the few places left where you too can experience the lunch of infinite size. As featured, with the death of the host of Man vs. Food, our guarantee is, unless you have a collapsed white dwarf star inside of your body, you cannot defeat the lunch of infinite size or your money back. Just eat this off the floor real quick. That actually makes me think of, I believe it's a Louis C.K. bit where he talks about infinite food. It's a little more fashion than my white tea, but my white tea is pristine, so rags you become. GPV says, unless you are from Texas too, they can eat anything. Being from Kentucky, I've eaten a lot of things that would make your average person kind of squeamish. Ooh, finding a bow would be nice. Or crafting one if I find an axe. Wasn't there a bit of food on the floor? Yeah, here we go. Eat that tater. For instance, I have eaten a possum. Is not too bad. I have eaten squirrel. Again, not too bad. I'm basically all set up for the apocalypse, is what I'm trying to tell you. A Mosin with a pristine PU scope. Allow me to please conceal my erection, sir. It would embarrass me to show it to you. Alright, I'm gonna ditch the second burlap sack to make a bit of room. So I can have a rave later. Like to keep it festive. Mosin with the PU scope, like, oh my god. I'm gonna stick it on my bar just so I can see the scope. I know I don't have any rounds for it right now, regrettably. But if Daddy finds some rounds, oh, I'm just gonna lay on a hill and snipe everyone. 24/7 snipe shot. What's up, a robot? Welcome back, man. Hope you're having a quality Tuesday. Ooh, gray cargo pants. Don't mind if I do. That actually improved the fashion a bit, unfortunately. I kind of like the supremely hideous look we had going on. Look at your tiny backpack. I have the semi-truck of backpacks on. If you're just dropping in, finding your usual place on the infinite couch, we're just taking it easy in DayZ standalone today. Getting caught back up with the status of the game. And doing blood sacrifices for new follows. We've done a few sacrifices for our new follower today, Lewis. You have some kind of important life event coming up. And you need some ritual power. I don't think we can make it any clearer. But either way, welcome. I'm glad you're here. We'll be doing the DayZ thing all day. And you know I'm always down to play with viewers. You're part of the usual squad. You know what to do. If not, you can type in !GameVox to get a link to our VoIP server. And as far as DayZ standalone, the easiest way is just add me on Steam, join off me, we'll be good to go. You can type !Steam into chat and get a link to my Steam account. I'm scared, Daddy. Robot says, is this a descendant of Ska Dad? He looks a bit more industrial. I like that you remember Ska Dad. This is Psychopath Dad. I used to play a lot of a DayZ mod called Origins. And one of the skins you could spawn with looked like someone's father who was trying to fit in at a ska show. So we lovingly referred to him as Ska Dad. The trick with the rounds for this Mosin is they can spawn in a lot of random ass places. So a lot of buildings are kind of worth checking. For instance, these buildings tend to be worth. One of my favorite weapons in DayZ Standalone, the sickle. That was part of my Halloween costume as a Red Army soldier. When I went trick-or-treating in DayZ. That was pretty fun. Have a good night, Lewis. Thanks for hanging out, man. Alright, is this some more metal wire? Is that a combinable or is it a 1-for-1? Yeah, it's a 1-for-1. Alright, I'm just gonna carry one. Chiefly for testing purposes. I have no idea what the metal wire can even do. A bit more num-nums. In the interest of needing food, you're gonna have to ditch. Well, I don't know that the weapon cleaning kit does shit, so we'll keep the rave lights for now. Continue to gather food items. Yeah. Another set of brass knuckles, nice. What condition are mines? Pristine, I believe. Yep. Alright. I punched the shit out of somebody now. I will punch the shit out of somebody if we encounter a player or a zombie to test them out. Especially if the player is willing to just kind of offer up his face, you know? But for now, I think my best weapon is this pipe wrench, so I'm gonna run around with it. Seems to do a okay amount of damage. I am probably gonna take a food break though here pretty shortly. I'm kinda seeking with my vibes a good little stopping point here. Oh hey, we've got a visitor. Tell you what, I'd actually like to try out the stun baton on this zombie. I'm told this baby is a one-shot KO. Get him to swing. It does knock him down immediately. It's a two-shot, actually. Nice. So that's the stun baton. Does require a battery. So when you spawn in, most servers are daylight all the time, so feel free to ditch your flashlight, but keep that 9-volt. You might find a defib. You might find a stun baton. You might even find a fucking cattle prod if you're kinky enough. Hoping that somebody, you know, remembered to buy Mosin rounds before they left for the apocalypse or whatever. I really enjoy the ambient, immersive direction that Standalone is heading. I think it's pretty tough to compare this game to Arma 2 and Arma 3 mods, which are definitely going to be more action-packed. But I think the design decision going on with DayZ is more toward that immersive, survival-oriented experience. You see, you got to eat pretty frequently. Worry about how cold you are, if you're sick. Medical gear, those types of things are a little more rare. Alright, I'm fairly confident I just heard a footstep nearby. In that house I just came from. And I thought I heard somebody eating too. But the way audio bugs in DayZ Standalone are at present, it's a little tough to really tell. Robot asks, do you play Skyrim with the Frostfall mod? I kind of have a weird philosophy on that. I do mod Skyrim quite extensively, but not with survival mods. I think it's because the Elder Scrolls was never really about that, you know, so it kind of doesn't really fit. I feel like survival games need to be designed from the ground up in most cases to not feel kind of artificially tacked on after the fact. But, you know, I'm just a minority. People love all the survival mods for Skyrim. It's not really my thing, bizarrely enough. Badoof, welcome back, man. How's it going? Hope you guys are having a lovely Tuesday. Mine's great. A little tired, but want to do a nice long stream today. Really put in some solid DayZ standalone time. Been too long. Have no idea how the game is, so instead of listening to, you know, hearsay, I'm gonna check out for myself. The O Show is mostly comprised of regulars, but if you are new and you've yet to follow the channel, I will do a blood sacrifice for you. If you've got any important life events coming up that could use some ritual power, I'm your guy. Moose says the best survival game is Unreal World. I agree. I love that game. That's one of my favorite games of all time. I'm definitely going to do a stream of it or two at some point. And Badoof says, thanks for the inspiration to mod your Skyrim. Yeah, don't thank me, man. Thank the modders. If you're a Skyrim head, we do have a nice Skyrim stream planned for tomorrow. I'll be playing Skyrim the whole stream tomorrow. The Infinite Couch tends to love some Skyrim. Minecraft is the best survival game, Badoof. Pristine wellies. Warren. No one wants that crap. I do gotta eat some of this food. Drink a soda real quick, even though I'm hydrated. Alright. This house is probably a good place to camp out and eat a little bit of food in game. So, like I mentioned a bit earlier, the screwdriver is a much better method to open cans than the pipe wrench. I'm not sure if the kitchen knife is a good option as well. Maybe I'll try both, see how they do. Let's try a screwdriver. We got 94%. Try a knife. 99%. So maybe knife is the way to go. Knife seems to actually be better than screwdriver. Okay. Can ditch that then. Good to know. Alright, now let's fucking feast. I'm getting receiving on everything. No, we're good. Yeah, that energized status. That's what I was looking for. Okay, we'll keep... Server seems to be having a moment. No, we're good. Alright. Doing just a tad of inventory management here. Why don't we stick... Uh-oh. Did my client just crash? I think it may have. One moment here, friends. I think DayZ might have hit the bed. Ah, DayZ has shit the bed. Okay. Did get a client crash. You know, it couldn't have been more fortuitously timed. Because I am a hungry, hungry boy. So I think that means it's time for a bit of a food break. I will probably take, I don't know. I can't see it taking more than 10 minutes, 15 at the most. But I will, you know, not dawdle. I'm not going to rush through my food, though. That's bad for you. But I'm going to fuel up on some grub. After the break, the Osho will return with some more DayZ standalone all fucking day. I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out. I understand if you don't want to hang around during the break, but I will be back promptly. I just haven't eaten yet today. I'm going to make that happen. I truly hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. I definitely can't really complain. I'm happy you're choosing to spend some time on the Infinite Couch, chilling with us. Be back when I'm done eating, and the DayZ shall continue.